Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. You're watching ID Mind Media Radio and Television, presented by your humble host, Comrade Fritz Misodi. Today we are talking about the boycott of the this is day one of the boycott. Tomorrow we have a huge demonstration in Washington DC. Okay, and that demonstration will take place in Washington DC. The flyer is just right behind me. You can see the flyer, you can see the demonstration, the details of that demonstration. Okay, May 20th demonstration, which is right there. Make sure you know, everybody coming from all over America. Okay, that is a huge demonstration, and we have this demonstration every year for 20th of May, and I know a lot of people are coming from different parts. The address is at the U.S. State Department, okay, 2201 C Street, Northwest Washington DC. That is where the protest will take place. Okay, the protest is not only for 20th May, is also for the bringing back our comrade Augustine Joa, who went to Cameroon and was arrested in Douala. TPS also is also for TPS, those people who have lost the TPS. We all heard that is going to end in June, so we're trying to also demonstrate in front of the White House to tell the Trump administration that our people are still in need of this TPS visa, which will continue giving them hope to work and remain in the United States. So those contacts, we have Chairman Elvis Kometa, who is the chairman for NCNC North America. And we also have Eric Akenji. The numbers are all there. Elvis Kometa, the number is 301-979-0135. For Eric Akenji, the number is 301-523-9167. So those are the contacts for those people who have the opportunity to go tomorrow, or who are already there in Washington, D.C., because it's very close to the White House. So please make sure you are part of the, okay, make sure you are all there. Okay, we want to make sure that our people understand that this protest is for the people of Southern Cameroon, for TPS, for all. Then the boycott, number one, is the boycott of the 20th May. We are mourning our people in jail. We are mourning our people that are passed away. We are mourning our people that are in refugee camps. We are mourning our people that are internally displaced. This protest is for that. Okay, so we are going to make sure that we are there en masse, and we make sure this boycott is for the people of Southern Cameroon. We have a huge protest here in the United States. I know people who are far and wide are going to join this protest. It's a huge protest. Make sure you attend this protest, because it's a sign of our unity for everybody. Okay, make sure you come to Washington, D.C. to join the people that are going to be there. Please, it's going to be huge as usual. You know, our people need your support in many aspects. You know, the struggle, people are starting seeing that the struggle does not only concern one person now, right? It concerns everybody. Okay, all Ambazonians are concerned, right? Before they were saying no, down a team, right? Now you see, look at what is happening to the Chiefs. Even the chiefs are not even safe now. The chiefs, they are forcing them to go and march. They are trying to say, governor is commanding the chief to go and march. Okay, imagine that. How on earth those custodians of our culture, they are asking them to go and march for 20th May. That is not what used to happen, right? But now you see that even if those people who are not in the struggle, but you are still affected. Those people who are seeking asylum are affected. Those people who want support from TPS are also affected, because everything is interlinked, intertwined. The chiefs who thought that they will support the government, they have started seeing the signal. It's gonna be worse. Imagine if La Republique win this their concurrent. Just imagine what's gonna happen. The chiefs gonna be asked to go and march every 20th May. It's gonna be something every 20th May. Okay, so that is the position that we want to stop, because it's gonna be worst. Okay, it's gonna be worst. I'm gonna read my message, my talking point. Then we'll come back to that. Yeah, I'm just saying, but most people don't understand. Okay, imagine all what has been going on, and some people don't. The 20th May is tomorrow, so make sure that today is our usual Monday ghost town. We all know that Monday is our usual country Sunday. Okay, then the other ones we know tomorrow. You remember 11 February was terrible. Okay, it was wonderful, but this time around, it's gonna be hey lele. Now, this is my talking point. Reasons to boycott 20th May in Ambazonia. The death of 20th May in southern Cameroon. A justified rejection of marginalization and occupation. Every year, the regime of Paul Biya attempts to use 20th May as a tool for political legitimacy and national unity. However, this date has become a symbol of falsehood, forced assimilation, and institutionalized oppression for the people of southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. The rejection of 20th May by Ambazonian is not only justified, it is a moral and political imperative grounded in historical fact, economic marginalization, and the desire for self-determination. 4 reasons why and how calls for 20th May boycott are succeeding. The 4 reasons are: number 1, not an Independence Day. May 20th is not the date Cameroon or La République du Cameroon gained independence. That occurred on the 1st of January 1960. Therefore, celebrating 20th May as a national milestone is historically baseless. 2, not a national day in truth. The celebration erases the federal structure that once existed between East, which is the French Cameroon, and the West, which is the British Cameroon. It falsely presents a unification that never happened through a legitimate or democratic process. 3, not linked to freedom from colonial rule. May 20th marks neither the end of colonial rule nor any meaningful gain for the people. Instead, it marks the beginning of authoritarian centralization and exploitation. 4, historical accuracy rejected. The true national days should be January 1st for French Cameroon and October 1st, 1961 for Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia, when it gained independence by joining La République in a federal arrangement that was later dismantled. The federal structure was scrapped unilaterally through a rigged 1972 referendum, 20th of May, which gave birth to 20th of May, a day many now call the death of the Southern Cameroon nation. 3 reasons why the regime clings to May 20th. 1, celebrating annexation. The regime views May 20th as the day they completed the annexation of Southern Cameroon. It's a celebration of colonialism by another name, this time by a post-colonial African state. 2. Resource theft justified as unity. With the help of compromised Anglophone elites, La Republic gained access to southern Cameroon's rich resource oil, timber, cocoa, and minerals. The regime celebrates this looting under the guise of unity. 3. Wealth for the few, poverty for the rest. Billions generated from oil in the Bakassi Peninsula and other natural resources have not benefited southern Cameroonians. Instead, they have enriched a corrupt elite while the people suffer war, poverty, and underdevelopment. The Part C goes: 4 devastating effects of 20th May celebration. Number 1, legacy of death and oppression. The forced unification has resulted in massive national debt, illegal occupation, and a war that is destroying communities and futures in Ambazonia. 2. No development after 60 years. Despite the region's resource wealth in Ambazonia, there are no functional seaports, airports, no major industrial projects. The war and economic neglect have left the region poorer and more fragile than ever. 3. Neglect of key infrastructure. Projects that could uplift the region, like the Tico and Bamenda airports, the Victoria Seaport, and the Bamenda Ring Road, have been ignored, underfunded, or abandoned. 4. Investment potential crushed. The lack of infrastructure and political stability has scared off foreign direct investment, stifling job creation and innovation in mining, oil, and agricultural sector. To conclude, why the rejection is just and necessary. The boycott of May 20th is more symbolic. It is a reclaiming of truth, dignity, and the right of self-determination. The people of Southern Cameroon have every right to demand infrastructure to unlock employment and economic growth, to expect transparency and justice in resource management, to seek freedom from a regime that uses violence and propaganda to maintain control, call for an international re-examination of the root causes of this conflict, including unlawful annexation and cultural suppression. The moral challenge to the international community and oppressors: what crime are the Ambazonian people committing by wanting the airports, the seaports, investment in from their vast natural and mineral resources? The dignity through self-determination, dignity to self-government, cultural autonomy. That is what the people of Ambazonia need. Today, we see that it is not what we needed. The final statement: peace built on lies is temporary. True peace comes from justice, equality, and the restoration of rights. That was my talking point. So we see a lot of that happening now in Southern Cameroon, where all these things, imagine 20th May is Aijo's wife's birthday, for that matter. Aijo chose that day because he knew that the wife's birthday was 20th of May, so that Germain will have a very good gift, as the Southern Cameroon was a gift that they gave to Germain Aijo. Okay, so people should understand the history, so that when you go back there and you understand what happened, okay, take a listen to Patasang, and you understand what we are talking about. Take a listen to.
Dear people, we have reached a very decisive point in this struggle. The point where we need to finally show to the enemy and the oppressor that we have turned our backs on their enslavement. May 20 is the date. May 20 is, or worse, or still is because she's still alive, Madame Germaine Aijo's birthday. And we were a present Aijo gave to his wife in 1972. So that every other May 20, we have to celebrate her birthday. That is how little we became in the eyes of the oppressor. Therefore, we have to reject it. May 20 is 10 days into the month of June, which is just 30 days away from July, because we are sure that this is the season for our liberation. We have to make sure that on May 20, not even a fly is seen in the streets or on the streets of southern Cameroon's Ambazonia. We have to make sure that the streets are so dry that when the police and soldiers and gendarmes of La République turn out in Ambazonia, they will feel like running away. You can see for yourself that God has taken over the battle. And because we are a non-violent people, we should not come in the way of the Lord, neither should we come in the way or confront the enemy, because they are just too ready to shoot and to kill. We should not give them that opportunity, because they will come on this May 20 with everything they have put in place to provoke us. We should not yield. Non-violence is our motto, and the struggle we must win. May 29, 2017 is a date that we will cross, and we will cross in victory. Let us be focused. Let us be non-violent. Let us continue to be steadfast and to be resilient, because victory is close. After May 20, we have to also make sure that examinations are not written. Don't send your children to go out and write exams for which they have not prepared, because we will just be giving Yaoundé the opportunity to tell the world that schools have been going on when you know.
Yes, so you have heard Patasang. That is the same thing since 2017. The boycott is not a new thing, okay? This is something that has been going on, just like Ghost Town, that were implemented by Patasang and the other consortium members. This is something that it goes every year. No one needs to tell you that we have boycott of this lockdown for 20 May, 11 February. And, you know, this is the same thing every single year since the Paul Biya launched their war on the people of Southern Cameroon. Okay? So we should just get that in mind. Okay? So, this is what happened. Okay? We see this phenomenon of Paul Biya trying to use the 20 May as a way of that they have already conquered the people of Southern Cameroon. And this is what we have to say no. Enough of that gimmicks. Enough of all this political marginalization, exploitation, and all these things that comes with it. The exploitation of our resources, the oppression, and the military occupation, illegal occupation of our land. This is what we have to condemn. I made it clear that some people thought that because this, now you have seen that if we lose, God forbid, imagine what will happen. The chiefs, the governor, colonial governor is telling the chiefs to go and be marching. You saw what happened in Tiko, Mutengene, or Moyuka, Malende, where the people came out, but they will still bring the military forces to come and occupy the land and take everything, arrest people, beat and torture. That is, if that is not the hallmark of a people, captured people, what else can you describe this kind of situation? Where everything, you cannot do any peaceful protest. If Paul Biya was a nice man, was understanding what is leadership, he would have resolved this crisis even before it started. Paul Biya would have resolved it. But because of the fact that he want our people to remain under that bondage, under that oppression, he declared war. And imagine how many of our people have passed away How many of our people are still languishing in jail, in prison? Then some people just have the guts to go and be dancing and singing Dimabola, Dimabola, Dimabola. You are dancing, your people are in jail, prison. Thousands of people are still in prison. Thousands of people are still languishing in refugee camps in Nigeria. Thousands. You are here dancing Dimabola with CPDM uniform. You cannot question that government. Why not go for negotiation? Why not resolve this problem? Why is the problem still there? Those are the questions you have to ask. Our people all over the world are rallying their voice together because they know that no other thing can bring them together than that strong rallying cry of unity, coming together as one, making sure that they prove to the international community that Ambazonia is not backing down anytime soon. It's not something that you can back down anytime soon. Ambazonians are ready to fight till the last man standing. That is what our people know. Imagine how many the people of Southern Cameroon reject any imposition of this 20th May. We have done that for the past year. You just listen to Patasan. Since 2017. So any people still going there and still hold rallies, still marching, it means that you are enabling the regime to continue their annexation, to continue their neo-colonization. Okay? We have to make sure that we respect these lockdowns, these ghost towns, anything that they put is for this peaceful demonstration to tell the regime that enough is enough. Okay, it's not that people, that's why when we put those lockdown, it's to show that we have vomited. Ambazonia has vomited the fraud called 20th May for good. You cannot vomit something and go and eat your vomit. You don't eat vomit. Never again. That's why shall we be deceived to go out and celebrate that day of our enslavement. The chains of slavery has been broken. Ambazonia will be locked down on the 19th, today and tomorrow. So take note. We will not be going back and forth eating our vomit. Our people know their rights now. They know what they want. Our people know what they want. Our people will not be buying all those crap. It's just manipulation. Every year the same promises, fake promises, and so on and so forth. But the war is going on. The war is going on. The soldiers are dying every day. The soldiers are dying every day. Paul Biya does not want to go for negotiation. This is a soldier that committed suicide in Kumbo because he said he want to leave Ambazonia and go back to La Republic. They said no, he have to keep fighting. He committed suicide. The war is still ongoing, and you see, this is why. Imagine the innocent life loss. Imagine how many soldiers have lost their life. Think of it. But the casualty continues. They will still go and bring the same CPDM people. They wear masks, and from a Douala and Yaoundé, they'll bring them through bus to come and march. They will say, oh, those are people, that they are not Southern Cameroonians. Even the youths that were marching in Boya, they said they contributed whether 5 million and gave to Pobia. You see, adults, youth will not do that. They'll go and take children from Yaoundé and Douala and bring to Boya that they are youths of Southwest. Southwest youths. These people crooks. Look at them, cover their face. Why are they covering their face if they really come to march? These people. This is 11 February, oh. But it was very successful because they brought in these people to come and cover their face like that, as if there's COVID. There's no COVID. Why are they covering their face? If they are genuine, they will come and wear their mask from Yaoundé, Douala. They bring them in these buses, guarantee buses, to come and be fooling people that they are marching. The Ambazonian people are not marching. These guys are not. If you can tell that these guys are not people from Southern Cameroon. You can tell. They will be wearing masks to go and march. That's what they do, and then they'll say everything's going back to normal when they are still wearing masks. But we have a huge protest coming up, and I hope that our people will, in Washington DC, we're calling all our people to go there and make sure that it will be huge. Okay, this is it. Demonstration in Washington DC. You can see the address: 2201 C Street, Northwest, Washington DC. It's gonna be in U.S. State Department. So please make sure you're there. It starts at 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Time, Washington DC time. Okay. They are talking about bringing back Augustine Joa, who was illegally arrested. He's still illegally being locked up in Kondengi. He's a U.S. citizen. The TPS for Southern Cameroon are the topics that they're going to be discussing. So please make sure, if you are in Washington, D.C., you are in Maryland, you are in all those states that you have easily access. The demonstration is tomorrow, 20th May, please. Make sure you are there to support our people, support the struggle. The struggle continues, okay? And that is the role of the diaspora. The diaspora are playing this role of protest, playing the role of diplomatic role, playing the role of financial support. All those roles is part of what we want to liberate our country. Every country liberate their country. No country, nobody, no country said that they fought for their independence without the support of the diaspora. So nobody will come and tell you that nonsense. It doesn't work like that. If somebody asks you that, where is your country? What will you say? Everybody has fought for their country. The America today that people want to come, they fought for their war against the British. France fought their war with the French Revolution. You know of the storming of the Bastille. Which country did not fight war? Which country did not fight for their independence? Which country did not fight for their freedom? South Africa, they fought for apartheid. People are trying to go and fight, go now to other countries that are good. The European, all the First and Second World War was fought in Europe. Now people want to go to Europe. They fought their own wars. It was not, freedom did not just come to them. They did not beat Europe like that. They fought their wars. So now is the time for Ambazonian to fight for your freedom. See what Traoré is doing to Burkina Faso. See what Traoré is doing to Burkina Faso. How many years has he been in power? That is how we're going to build Southern Cameroon. Because the people in Yaoundé are so greedy that they want to eat everything. Eat. They don't want to construct. From our seaport, airport, everything, railway, nothing. Everything is standstill. Then you go and be marching. You're marching for what? That what happened? You're marching for your enslavement or you're marching for your predicament? I don't understand. We have to think positively, because what is happening in Southern Cameroon has happened to many countries. Ask what happened in Eritrea, the role of the diaspora. Ask what happened in South Sudan, the role of the diaspora. Ask what happened in Vietnam, the role of the diaspora. We have to do the same thing. Self-determination is a human right. So people should not confuse when I hear people say, oh, they are arresting Eric Tato, they are arresting this. It's all false. If you commit a crime in America, that crime stays in America. American will try you according to the crime that you commit in America. As a law enforcement person, I arrest people every day. I will tell you that I respect the law of America. But when it comes to self-determination, it has nothing to do with American law. It has nothing to do with American law. So don't confuse between crime that you commit in a country and self-determination. That is two different things. We respect American law. We do everything to file our taxes. We have jobs here. We work, pay our tax in America. We respect the laws of America. It has nothing to do with Cameroon law. People should not confuse those two. If Eric Tato has a case that has to do with COVID, that is his problem. But when it comes to Ambazonia, it's a total different thing. Because they have taken Chris Ano to court, they have taken Tapan Avo to court in America here. Why did they not lock them up? So don't mix up those two things. Self-determination, America supports self-determination of every country. And don't make mistake. You people think it's only Ambazonia that has interim government in America. So many countries have interim governments in America. That America is supporting them because of the rogue regimes that they have in their countries. Yes. So don't be confused between those two things. People are confused. If you any country you are, you have to respect the laws of that country. You will never be in problem so far as you respect the law of that country. But when you commit a crime in that country, you will be charged by the laws of that country. Okay, that is how it works in every country. But if you are law abiding, nobody will arrest you for anything. Don't put those two things together. I'm a law enforcement person. I arrest people every day. So I'll tell you that respect the law of any country you are. You will not have problem in that country. Yes. So, but when it comes to self-determination, no. Syrians are fighting for their country. The people of Kuwait are fighting for their country. Okay, Russians are fighting for their country. Every country has their cause. Okay, and that is why America implement TPS. TPS is for countries that have war going on in their country. So America cannot give TPS to Ambazonians, then they will come and be arrested Ambazonians again. How? Is that not controversy? So think about it. Don't be confused. America cannot give TPS to countries that are fighting war in their country. That's why the American Senate and the American House of Representatives wrote a letter that they should extend TPS for Cameroon. So don't be confused between those two things. People are just confused. Oh, Eric Tato, they will do nothing to Eric Tato when it comes to this struggle. Nothing. It has nothing to do with, any crime that anybody commits is at the level of ICC and ICJ. Don't get those two things twisted. Those are two different things. America will not arrest people who are fighting for their independence or self-determination. That's why we have thousands of Southern Cameroon Ambazonians in America that are respecting the laws of America. America will never arrest anybody. So all those things, I saw one guy who is writing nonsense on that Facebook that they should praise Atanganji for dismantling the diaspora. Atanganji, somebody that has to go to ICC first. When you want justice, you should come with clean hands. Don't carry justice and you put yourself. Atanganji himself with the guys that the gang of Ambandi that he created, Atanganji boys, he should first go to ICC before he start talking about arresting any other person. That guy that called himself Colonel Banqui, he's now being investigated. He was forcefully retired. Why? Because there'll be time for accountability. They can do all those things now like that. All those guys will go to jail. All of them. You saw how the people are talking that it will not be easy. Those things that they say it will be I saw the fraud that they go and do, that election has passed until they put the 2025 election. This 2025 in that country will be fire. So they should get ready to solve their own problem first. Southern Cameroon know what they want for themselves. Yes. 99.9999 Southern Cameroonian want a free country. So not somebody will come and tell somebody what they want for themselves. Don't be fooled. We are fighting a serious war. And until freedom comes, you still be enslaved by the regime there. We told the chiefs, we told the people who are there doing it, the time will come when they will start putting you. Look at what they're telling the chiefs, right? They're telling the chiefs, you have to go and march. The custodians of our culture, the people that we know that we have to, that we respect, chief and fonts will go and be marching, and they say the whole placard like that. Oh my God. Well, that's how low they have gone. We told them they have given to Dimabola. Every day they go and march. Pobia Dimabola. Dimabola, Pobia Masoma. That's what they do. Now the governor is telling that they have to go and march tomorrow. Let's see if they'll go and march. Their communities, their own entities is telling them that we don't want these people here. The Moyoka people are marching the other day. Where was the chief? All those chiefs in Malende, chiefs in Moyoka, chiefs in those areas. Where were they? They were supposed to join the protests, but they cannot. They have abandoned their people. But tomorrow, please remember, let's respect our normal boycott. Okay? Thank you for watching. God bless you. God bless the people of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia.
Let's come together, hand in hand, pulling. Villages torn, caught in the crossfire. Firing arms echo a deadly desire. Innocent lives caught in the midst, fleeing homes with nowhere to shift. With sound of war and pain echoing through the lives in vain. But who's listening to the cries of the innocent who lost their lives? We're used to hurt, to destroy it.